Hello everyone, this is Anna from Lexingby Journals. I hope everybody's well today. Thank you very much for all your support on the videos that I have done the last few days on the new journals. And well, most of you have seen that one, and that's the most recent one. I posted the video yesterday, so I assume that a lot of you have seen it already. I asked if you would be interested in me doing a video on how I made it. So I cannot do it immediately today, but because I need to. I was thinking of getting some more of this William Morris material, but I have found something quite similar to do today, and you might like it. So this is what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to make another folding out journal cover, but this one is going to be for a traveler's notebook size journal. And I made a few preparations for this, and I've cut out these pieces, and I will explain to you what everything is. So this is the book that I made, and this is the cover I made, and it's going to be something similar to this, quite similar, but also very different. So we're going to start from doing that, and then we will move on to making something like this next, well, maybe in a couple of weeks. I was thinking of next Friday, but this probably will take over this week as well. So, sorry, next Friday as well. So, I'll explain to you what it is. First of all, I'll show you the material. I've chosen this material. I have a few pieces at the house, and I thought this one I use for inside the journals, but I think it would look rather nice as a cover. And I'm going to get a traveler's notebook, an actual notebook of a traveler's notebook, one of the inside parts, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So I started this video a little bit earlier, and while I was, quite a bit earlier, and while I was climbing, I climbed up a chair and I fell down and I knocked my head. Not very much, but it kind of stopped me. So that's why this is going to be posted slightly later than what it should have been posted. Anyway, I'm okay, so don't worry, I'm fine. I've survived it, but it was a lesson to me. So I brought my steps so that I can check from the tripod what's happening. And yes, a little bit more safe now. So this is a traveler's notebook that would be, let's say, the size that would be going in. And here is the notebook itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a traveler's notebook sized journal sometime this week, and we will be able to put it inside what we're doing today. In the meantime, though, let's see how we're going to begin. So what the plan is here is, so what is going to happen is the notebook is going to be, the traveler's notebook is going to be here, and I've given it a width because it's going to be like a proper journal, so it's going to be this size, but not the actual, that it's going to be wider. And then this will be here. This will be covering the journal like that when it's closing, and this will be on the other side, okay? And this will be hanging from here as a closure, like a cover, and it's going to look like a little bag, a little suitcase, let's say. So this is what I thought we'd do today, and it's as an idea, it's quite similar. So I'm just going to close the steps. It's quite similar to what I did the other day in a way, because if you're looking at anything that has panels, all you need to do is work out the sizes of things, and you just use something as a prototype. You use something to measure. For example, you want to do a journal, you just measure your journal, make sure it's got a bit of distance around the base of your journal, let's say, and from there it's not that hard to actually work out the measurements. But we will be doing the other one as well, so you know, don't worry. I mean, I'm sure you all know more or less how to do it, but I'll help you with that if you wanted to create your own. Let me just clip this on the side. This is really thick board, so I'll tell you how thick it is. It was quite hard to cut it, so that's the idea, you know, it's hard to slice it. So let's see, it is, I think it's better to check in inches here. I think will be, so this is it, and it's as good as book board. It is book board. So again, this is the base, right? But because our journal is going to be standing up like this way, and we'll see how we're going to do it. With the other one, I had a band. I haven't decided yet how I'm going to do this, because this is just something, you know, it came as an idea, and I think this is just, you know, I don't have any, again, no measurements. But what I've done is I'm giving you the measurements that I've got with these. If you want to do a travel journal, it would work out well with these measurements. So the narrower ones are 6.7 centimeters and the wider ones are 13.4 centimeters. So you need 2 of the narrow and 2 of the thick ones, and then you also need the one that is like going to close, like the suitcase or the cover or file of the file cover or whatever else you want to call it. And this one I've just done a random one because I just measured how much I would like it to go over. But I'll tell you how much this one is. It's just under 8.5 centimeters. So this is it. Now I'm gonna put these aside. All we need to do now is to connect them. We just need to connect them all, and how we connect them is the way you do the lap book. So it's already been done, and a few people have already done it, the lap book. It's going to look a little bit like a lap book inside because we're going to give it a bit of interest. So when we're doing our traveler's notebook, if you want to gift it to somebody especially, it'll be fun if it has like parts where people can stick things through and have pockets and all that. So it's going to be like similar to a lap book in a way, only a little bit less complicated, I think, to make. And I know you've already got a lap book video, so you don't want one of those again. So I'm going to leave a little bit on the side just to, because remember, this material is going to be covered anyway by the other material, so you're not going to see any of this inside or out, so it doesn't matter. And what it is just a natural calico material. And because I like using this one for these jobs, I use this one a lot for my journals, and I didn't use it for a while. I was thinking, why don't I buy that anymore? I should get it. And so I got a really big piece, and I'm happier now. So what I do is I will, again, do I need to give you measurements with this one? You can work it out easily just by guessing it, but I can give you measurements if you want. I'm doing it a little bit wide. It'll be about 10 centimeters width, and the height would be the same as all these panels, so that's easy. So there we go. And yeah, I do use a pencil, just a pencil. I don't have a special material pencil, but this one works fine. And a good pair of scissors is always a good idea, because scissors are so important when you're cutting pieces of material and they're not cutting well. So yeah, so there we are. I'm just tidying it up a little bit, only for aesthetic purposes, because as I said, nobody's gonna see it, but it'd be nice to just have it. There we are, all done. So that's one piece, and the same way what I'll do is I'm just gonna put this on top of this one, and then I'll cut another 4 pieces, because I want 5, and we might need more. I'm just saying it off the top of my head right now, but it might be more. So that's 2, 3. How many do I have? 3 or 4 here? I probably have 4. No, I have 3. Okay, that's 4. It's nice, easy to cut, this material. Love it. There we go. And there's another one here. No. no, I'll get some more. This. And here it is. Okay, so it's all here now. I've got the 5 pieces. You'll probably get a little bit bored by this whole thing, because you'll be watching me gluing them all together and everything, but it's part of the process, I guess, and I can't really do everything beforehand, because then what is left? So, and you'll probably want to see how it's working out. So just going to get some wax paper here, just to make sure that my mat is protected. Okay, while I'm gluing things so that it's nicely under. Me being a bit OCD now, cutting it all out. Okay, so start with the base one, the one that we said would be the base for our traveler's notebook, which is going to be lying this way horizontally. And I'll start with this one. And what I'm going to do is, we need loads of glue, and here we are. This is the glue I use. Here in the UK, you find this glue easier, and it's a great glue for certain things. Great glue. Not selling right now, because I'm just telling you what I've been using since the beginning of time of my journaling time, my making journals time. I've been using this, so I can tell you for sure it's cool. It's a good glue. So there we go. That's ready. Interfere. And yeah, I think it's okay. And quite good bit in the edges. Don't want too much. That's the way we're going to be going for all of them. just going to be, I could actually, thinking about it now, I could just connect them with, because they're not going to have much in between. I could connect another one on this panel. The wider one would go here. Yeah, of course, then we don't need as much material. Okay. Make sure always that it's straight. Okay. I mean, it's not cut completely straight, the board, but it won't matter because, sorry about these noises, it won't matter too much. Yeah, good view. Checking the view. Because it will be folding, as you can see. So another this one will go on this side, sorry, moment of doubt there. Keep thinking about it, because looking at it visually, you know, in my mind, yes, I didn't do a design of it because I'm not very good with my drawing, so we'll just work on what we've got right now. There we are. This one's ready as well, and I've left space, as you can see, in between. You can leave as much as you like, depending on how you like to, how wide you want this to be when you're folding it. And I'm just going to try and make it the same as the other one. Give it the same distance. And that's 3, 1, 2, 3 here distance. Okay, so we're good here. And you would see it going this way now. I think you can get an idea of what the plan is already. And this is going to go here. So we're going to glue this part here. Don't worry about the bits in between, we'll fix all that on the other side. We'll tidy it up. In the meantime, I'll go like that. And sorry, I'll put that, actually, yeah, that way. Anything that's coming out on any side, we'll fix it. Tidy it up. And so I mean, with the thought of making any kind of, you can think of all sorts of different types of covers you can make. And as I said, as a little present, a little gift for someone, not little, quite a big gift if you've been working on it for a while. It's going to be a big one. But if you think of gifting it to somebody who's going on a trip, for example, or whatever, and whatever they want to use it for, it's really fun to have. I always like, when I go on a trip, to have a separate journal where I write things and then connect all the images, whatever I gather, like tickets and pictures and stuff, and put them all together in my journal. But while I'm doing all that, while I'm on you know, like traveling, I like to have everything together. So this would be a nice little thing to carry around, and we'll make it sturdy enough so it won't, you know, it will hold up together. There we are. That's done, and it's all glued on nicely. Now we're going to get rid of a bit whatever is left on the edges. And it'll make it look a bit neater as well when we're folding the material on it, because I decided to use material, but one can use paper, whatever you like. It doesn't have to be material, but I thought it's nice to have it on with a material. I don't know, it just looks nice. Or you can do it with thin leather, very thin leather pieces, anything. So I think these are better on cardboard. There. So in the meantime, if you want to do this, until next week when we're going to continue, you will have had enough time to get whatever you need. The material, what you need, your materials are very few. You need these boards, and this, and you need any piece of material that you like, quite a bit of it, so you make sure you have enough, and you can give it any look you like. And also I'm going to be using these as closures, so like a little, it'll be like a little suitcase, mini suitcase. So I'll be using these. I'll be using 2 of these. So this is all you need really: glue, and then whatever paper you want to lay it inside with. And of course, if you want to have a traveler's notebook, or a book, you either make a journal which is the size, the height of a little bit smaller than this, a little bit lower, and then, you know, this is actually perfect for traveler's notebook size, because it is, I've measured it with that one. So if you do like traveler's notebooks, you see this is where it goes. So there will be plenty of space for your cover, or whatever you want to make, but also width, and you can put a few of them like that, standing up. So yeah, so this is what I'm thinking. Now there's only one more left, so remember we go this way. I'm saying that's how I remember it, and then we go this way, really easy, like that, and then we put, sorry, not that clever. So, and then we put that here. We put that here, and this is actually needs a bit of tidying up. I'll fix that. And there we are. That's it. So let me just put one more piece of material on this side. And it's all done. Now I wanted just to say, I'm going to tell you obviously next time when we're actually making the inside of it and adding all the bits and pieces that we want to add, like the panels and everything, how we want to decorate it inside. Remember that because it's got a bit of a distance here, you will be able on this side to have a few things like pockets. So you don't want it to be too thick, the spine. You don't want it to be too wide, because you want to have space on the sides to put your pockets and anything else that you might want to put. So yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. And it's not very slow, this glue. It's quite fast, but material. But it does work well on material as well. So, but sometimes it comes through the material. That's why I don't use it on the outside parts, but I use it on the wherever you cannot see it, because it does attach well. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do it on this side as well, and that's because I feel it's safer to hold it together, even though there's going to be more material. It's safer to hold it together. There we go again. I'm doing this. Wrong scissors. These are tough cookies. Okay. I saw these in a shop in Dorset, in a material shop, and they were on the till, and they were next to a box. So I picked them up and I said, "Oh, can I have these?" She went, "Oh no, you can't have these. They're ours. They belong to the shop. I could never part from these." I said, "Oh, okay." But then I knew how to do it. I just ordered them online. But I loved them so much. I just wanted to pick them up, buy them on the spot. But no, they had run out. So a lot of people had the same idea as I did. Let's see. There we go. This is here. Just remember, well, whichever side you put this top bit, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to leave a little bit more distance on this one, because when it is, if I'm not mistaken, I think I'm doing it the correct way. Sorry about all the dots. And when it's coming this way, and this is also there, and this closes, you want a bit more distance so that it will go over. Yes, there, like that. And it won't be too tight so that it wouldn't be able to breathe, the space between the panel and the closure bit. So just make sure it's straight on this side, and then we'll move on to the other side. I'm sorry, it's a little bit, I'm not very professional, I'm afraid, when it comes to this, but I'll try and do it for you. That's it. So we got this distance here, and now we're going to work on the inside parts, and we're going to have more of this material to cover these sides. So 1, 2, 3 more pieces. You see, I wasn't that sure I wanted to do it that way, but I think it is safer, isn't it, to have it done on both sides. Whatever happens after, it's easier to fold as well, and you don't pull it apart, and it closes well and all that stuff. So yeah. So let's cut this. 1, 2, there we are. Cut these the same way we cut the other ones. Like that. So what I was going to say, and I think I lost my train of thought, was that when I do things like this, I always put a very thin, not very thin, I'll show you what I do. Well, I'll do it when I'm doing it. Yeah.
show you what I'm doing. There's no point in talking about it right now because we're not going to do it yet. I'll show you after. And again, because the glue moves a bit, it will go to the edge anyway. So I'm not too worried about the edge because it's going to, and then we can make sure it's all done. And I'm definitely going to have some in the middle because I wanted to connect. I'm not knocking this camera too much with my hands. Okay, so put this side as well. That's nice to have a side with all this part there. Okay, so make sure it's all done. There. See, that's the way it will be working. It needs to dry. So, and it's quite forgiving, so. There's the next one. So I've been very busy this week. All sorts of things like visiting the dentist, the hygienist, and enrolling my daughter to college, and all that stuff. Shopping. You come back from holiday and there's almost nothing in the fridge, and all the things one needs to do. Loads of ironing and lots of stuff to do. So it's been a busy time. And I kept thinking, I'm longing to sit a little bit longer on this desk and in my workshop, but I had to do these things. But I still had a bit of time to do a couple of journals and work out how to cover and all that. Okay, I'll get my bone folded. Clean it up a bit on the glue and move on to the next one. Exercise it a bit. So now it needs a little bit of tidying up as well. So the new plan for next week, the plan for journals is there will be I miss The Alchemist, so I'm going to create an alchemist, and I'm thinking about something a little bit more fun, something like the one I did with the cover. The sleeves are so annoying, and so I'm going to do an alchemist, so be prepared to see one of those, and that one is going to have a bit more history in it, like the images will be more, they will have a continuation, and then the other one is going to be a surprise. So yeah, one's going to be a surprise, the other one's an alchemist, and then after that it'll be history, which I know I've said I wanted to do another history journal, so that would be the one after that. So we've got a few things to look forward to next week. coming week. Good. And finally, last part, this one. So as I say, I'm sorry if I'm boring you, but this is the only part that is this is the only part that's doesn't you mean you probably don't really do very much apart from just this. But then when that's done, we can move on to the more fun parts. And see, it's easy, you just cut it, and the good thing is, say, you don't need to have too much, it doesn't have to be too straight, because, well, I'll tell you now, I whenever I do anything like this, I put also a thin layer, a panel over, so the material, the sides of the material never show, because I don't like it when that happens. And the other material that I cover or paper can be really, really, really thin, and you need something to protect this and not show under anything that you've got, whatever type of way you do it, any way you do it, any way you put it together. So where's my boat? It looks like everything else. That's it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the bits that are not needed and that haven't been glued on, and whatever is left I'll finish off with gluing nicely so it's all neat. So there's a bit left here which I'm going to glue. That done. This one needs a little bit of help. Here. It's going to take a little bit of time to dry, not that much time, but you know, it will take a little bit of time to dry. Both sides, but this is what it's going to start looking like. This is what we want. This is what we want from outside. This is what we want. Yeah? Okay. And again, it stands okay. And I will have something on the base, which I haven't worked out yet what is going to go on the base, but we'll know next week. So I'll leave it here to dry, and in the meantime, if you want to do one like this, you need to find some material, maybe material you've got at home, or maybe you want to get some special material that you'd like, whatever you want. It could be anything. You could use paper, you could do anything you like, wrapping paper, just to cover this up. And also you can determine what kind of book you want, what kind of cover you want for your traveler's notebook, if it's going to be a travel journal or if it's going to be anything else. So thank you so much for watching today. We will be talking soon, and we will be continuing with our crafting video next week. So have a lovely weekend, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.